This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Out left to Shaheen. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
18.
Five.
Ricky. Mark 55.
To throw again on 2nd down. Trubisky trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. Opening minute, and already a trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And he'll take this one down near the 15. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And on the left side, he's got Witten. And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Here we go. Check. Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go play action. Trubisky. Throw left side complete. That's Cohen. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
No room to be had there on the first down run as he's lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, wahoo! 48 Mike, 48 Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Alert, 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 alert. Hey, look, 48. Look. Hey, we don't Mike the 48 right now. Let's go.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 11 yards there, first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
All day, Red,
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
not today. Check 48's the Mike. Check 48's the Mike. 18, 18. 48.
Looking to throw, Trubisky on first down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 48. Yeah. You don't want none.
Now it's Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Mike 59. So we got man. Shift. Check nickel. Mike, check.
Hey, alert.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 59. I'm coming after you.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
This is Elliott. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Prescott from the gun on third. He's got his target. It's Cobb. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the... And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Looking to throw. Prescott eluding the pressure right. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Looking back to Cooper's numbers from last year after that trade, he ended up playing 9 games with the Cowboys in 2018. 725 yards, 6 scores. Also had the 100-yard game in the playoffs against the Rams. And if you add up the numbers between the two teams last year, he was over 1,000 for the 3rd time in 4 NFL seasons. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. Cooper was the intended target. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Check 48's the mic. Watch the slip. Watch the slip. Shoot. Red, go. He's checking. He's checking. He's checking. Crash.
On second down, it's Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tariq Cohen with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Escaping the pressure right. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Switch it. Come on, switch it. Alert.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. A good pickup there, 22.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically, but a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, ball. Smooth. Check, 48's the mic. Stop your whining.
Trubisky leaves with Montgomery on the draw. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. It appears they'll be a few inches short, so 9 yards on the gain officially, and it'll be 3rd down.
It's a party now.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Montgomery, they'll run for it. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to come from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Go, 180! 54! Let's go, tackle, let's go. We got this, we got this. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Go. Lock in, lock in. Man, talk.
Hey, orbit.
Now Trubisky on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now Trubisky to throw. Flushed out right. And an alley to run. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Go, 180! 54. Alert, 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 alert! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Hey, 5-7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Switch. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Come on, the ball hard. Mike.
On 1st down, Trubisky on the move to his left. Buying time to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. Prescott from the gun. Going to take a shot for Gallup. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Now he'll let it go deep left. That's caught at the 25. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Mike 50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. It's been a long day.
Bravo.
Ran, touch.
2nd and 10. It's Trubisky again. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Kyle Fuller, the one to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Kill. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Now Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas 1st down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Go, get out there.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Play fake. Here's Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 22, Prescott. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332 finds his way home for the sack.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
47.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right, and he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Number 29 for Rick Cohen, the ball carrier. The tackle made by Jalen Smith.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look. 6 DBs.
48, Mike. 48.
Hey, Charlie.
I'm coming.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Leighton Vander Esch wreaking havoc with a sack.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Here's Austin. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott, and he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. He'll return it from the 6. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
Now Trubisky. Rolling to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sean Lee, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The throw complete. Trubisky to Miller. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
That's good for the Bears. First down. First and 10 at the 37.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45. Before going out. So a challenge is upon us. I tell you, close game, fourth quarter. This is a huge decision.
Oh, no doubt about that, partner. A lot has to be riding on this call. And you know it is a tight one because it has to be indisputable visual evidence in order to change it. Now here's the big question. Do they actually have that evidence?
We're about to find out.
180. Watch the curl. Watch the curl.
On first and 10, it's Trubisky. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Cohen. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a second and 14.
180. Check right, check right. Left coming, left coming. 18, 18. 48 for Mike.
Hey, exit.
Defense. Let's go, defense. Who we got?
Yes.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Miller on the catch over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 27-yard line.
That's another Bears first down. First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go, let's go.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Switch up, switch up. Hey, alert 48. Alert. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go. Get that quarterback, D-line.
Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's second and 11.
Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Hey, Alpha.
Now it's Trubisky. This is Gabriel out on the left side. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense.
Roll. Hey, zoom.
48 Mike.
Play action. Now Trubisky. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Lock in.
Go.
Mike 48. Here we go. 48 for Mike.
Throwing now is Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on second and goal, back even further.
Hey, ball. Hands up. Pilot, 64, weak.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Check 99. Check 99.
Shit.
Hands up.
Hey, look, 48.
They go play action with Trubisky. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
They'll look to throw. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
It's now 4th down and goal.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Switch.
And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, wahoo!
They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky.
Big stop. Let's go.
And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment,